Hello, my joyous Geminis. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided reading for June 2020. So, for anybody new here, welcome. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy I can send to you. I'm going to be using the As Above deck for the general energy. We'll also be taking a look at the light, which are the lighter karmic lessons going on and what is known to us, what is in the light. And also take a look at the shadow, which is the darker, deeper, more difficult karmic lessons and what might be hidden from us, in the shadow. And we try to bring that to the light, not only to become aware of it, but also so that we can heal it. I will also be doing an extended if anyone is interested in that, and the link will be in the description box below. So I want to let you know that during the cleansing ceremony, I felt like things went slanted a little bit. So I couldn't really tell if it was a slant uphill or downhill, you know what I mean? It's a perception, but there definitely has been some sort of shift, and I feel like it's in a power dynamic. I do think that there's something that somewhat either you or another person is working on, where vigilance is necessary, that there's something going on that is really going to be taking time. And I heard somebody say, like, not anymore, bucko. And, yeah, blessing. So whatever this is, the not anymore bucko, this has been an absolute blessing. Rainbow, I take very much as, this is the visible spectrum of light where you can really see everything. And I think that there has been that sort of energy where you have been able to discern truly what is in the light. Like, all right, what do I know what's going on here? Okay. And I can describe it to the frequency of light. You know what I mean? So I think that this is very much a blessing that things have come to light here. Yeah, and very, very analytical, which I'm not surprised. Happy birthday, by the way, Gemini. We are in Gemini season. We just had the Gemini new moon 2 days ago. We have the Venus retrograde in Gemini. Mercury's been there, and North Node just went there. Yeah, lightning in reverse, power in reverse. There has been some sort of power shift that has occurred. And I'll let you know, like, in the, during the cleansing ceremony, my neck like cracked so incredibly loud. So I feel like some of you might be working on your spinal health. This definitely gives me a feelings of, like, nerves firing and that sort of, neuron stimulation. And also, like, in the shadow, I was getting that someone was like, all right, you go work on the physical, I'll work on the spiritual, and we'll just get back to each other later, kind of, is what I was getting. But anyway, yeah, there definitely has been a change in power dynamic. All right, what else is going to be going on for June? And I think the power dynamic shift has already happened, and you're going to be adjusting to it during this time. Wow, childhood innocence being stuck. I feel like someone is stuck in their childish kind of behavior is what I'm getting. There might be a return to innocence is what I'm hearing. But I think that someone has done something or is doing something that it's like they're innocent in the way that it's just like their inner child coming out. Like maybe they don't know how to reparent their inner child, but there is some sort of innocence that is here or has been restored here. This could be someone coming back around, maybe that you knew from childhood in June is going to come around, or some of you might be experiencing things with your children or in terms of parenthood, or maybe relationships with your own parents. I don't know. We'll see. Let's talk about these blessings. Okay. What are these blessings? I love it. So many signs have been getting blessings. And, I think with everything that's been going on, we're realizing, like, what exactly do we see here? A lot of us have been pent up, and Gemini season, as you know, because you are a Gemini, it's very much about the analysis. Like, what's going on here? Okay, I'm going to communicate exactly what I fucking see. And if I don't like it, I'm going to skedaddle, So, yeah, very much the Nine of Swords and the Hermit. Yeah, there has been so much going on, especially with all the shit that's happened with Gemini. Like, this person's getting signs, it's swords, communication, signs, intuition, you know, thoughts that are just everywhere. You know, the spiders, the bats, the vulture, the fairies, they're all just very much overwhelming. And I feel like that is, like, you have gone into hermit mode, and in hermit mode, you know, being by yourself, of, you know, studying and looking within and really trying to figure out what the, you know, what's going on. The hermit is trying to learn, like, all right, what do I want to manifest? Let me try to figure out exactly how to do it. And it was very, very overwhelming, especially because we do have the aspect of a lot of people being stuck inside, but this has brought hella blessings. What's the light aspect here? This wants to come out stuck. Yeah, okay, so there is a partnership that you are stuck in here. This is a fairy type, so based on one-on-one relationships that are a little tricky, you know, it's like fairy energy is like deal making, you know, but they're little tricksters. What's the shadow here? So, like, I feel like you had a lot of realizations, and a lot of realizations have come to light, like, so much that you've been able to really distinguish what it is you're seeing there. And it's about this partnership that you've been stuck in. What's the shadow? This also wants to come out stuck, and it kind of did a, you know, a little turn, but this is, you know, trainer cards indicate someone else. So there is some sort of switch. And like I said, I really do think, and it's in the shadow, so I think it's more of a spiritual shift of who has the power now. I think it really has been a total, complete shift of power, which would make sense now that we have North Node in Gemini and South Node in Gemini. That's some, you know, the karmic node that really has a lot of stuff going. And, you know, when North Node goes to Gemini, then, like, the collective humanity soul mission is about twin flames. So if this is the twin flame situation or soulmate, whatever it may be, there definitely has been power dynamics switch up. Let's see about this lightning. Okay, yeah, this wants to go, the moon stuck. So there are things, it's like there are hidden secrets, you know, there are things that have not been revealed to you that are stuck, but you've been getting so many signs of it. And maybe you were going a little bit crazy, like, oh my God, I'm like learning so much, you know, probably psychically is what I'm getting, because the switch is very much has to do in the shadow, you know, in the 5D. And it's like you have found out so many things. You might have not been sure exactly what's true or not or whatever, but you are able to discern, like, exactly what you do see. I do think you're trusting your intuition here, but we do have this stuck energy. So I think that the power dynamic was previously stuck with you not knowing certain pieces of information. Let's see what's going on here. It's the light aspect. Mewtwo in reverse using barrier. Okay, yeah. So there was some sort of psychic barrier that was placed. And I feel like, you know, yeah, there might have been a psychic blockage before where you weren't getting the information that you needed, but now things have finally come to light. Because, like, the reason, there's still stuff that you don't know. It's, you know, it's stuck there. And we have the full moon here, so obviously there could be something coming to light around the Sagittarius full moon in a couple weeks. But yeah, there's some power shift, you know, and okay. So around the Sagittarius full moon, what is being suggested is for you to be able to create this psychic barrier in you know, the interest of trying to balance this power dynamic. So, you know, this is the third eye chakra of, you know, it's a psychic type, psychic power. So learning how to, you know, put up the psychic barrier. And Mewtwo is also, I usually associate him with Aquarian energy. He is like the OG Aquarius, because he was made in a lab. So it says, a Pokemon whose genetic code was repeatedly recombined for research. It turned vicious as a result. So this could be someone that, you know, it's talking about the genetic information, like, consistently changing. So I feel like the feelings of this person have kind of like been up and down and all around, or maybe, you know, like, yeah, like there's a lot of instability here, and someone has turned vicious because of that, whether it's you or the other person. And maybe it's this other person that is psychically blocking you out, and that's why there is a power shift. I can't really tell who's who yet, or maybe I never will. Because I'm sure it's some way for some of you and another way for others. But what's the shadow here of this moon stuck? So, whoa. Whoa, whoa, what? All right, we have the holographic of this deck. There's 2 holographics in that deck, I think, and one's coming out. So this is like, it means that it's yelling louder, right? Like it's shiny as fuck. So this is associated with the heart chakra, you know, and earth things, but it says X scissor. So, you know, for some of you, maybe, you know, there's some scissoring of X's, you know what I'm saying? But this could also be like cutting off of X's. So I think that they're, and it's in the shadow, so you might not know about it, but there could be someone who's cutting off other relationships, or it's possible that you have psychically cut off someone, yeah, because it's in the shadow, that maybe you've put a barrier up against your exes, or maybe they've done that to you and created that barrier. Someone created a completely different power shift. What does it say here? The larger the mushroom on its back grows, the stronger the mushroom spores it scatters. So this person, I mean, okay, so you know, grass type can be somebody who, you know, likes weed and stuff like that, or very naturey. It does talk about mushrooms, so someone who might be into like psychedelics or something like that. But it does talk about the larger the mushroom, the stronger the spores that it scatters. So I feel like someone has been, it's like kind of like who's absorbing, you know, that energy, and how strongly they're able to kind of put it out to other people. Does that make sense? And with Mawile using tight jaw, yeah. So I think there is a third party situation. Maybe you haven't known about that, and maybe that's something that you've been stuck with, and I don't know if it's in your case or the other person, but this is a female, typically a married female, and this is a steel type, so it is about, again, that barrier, that protective layer. And tight jaw is having definitely a grip on something. You know, this Pokemon is after the Japanese legend where, you know, there's like this perfect wife, like she looks beautiful and she, you know, is so dainty, and the one thing about her that her husband always admired, which made her the perfect wife, was that he never saw her eating. Like, ugh, right? And it turns out that she has this other mouth on the back of her head that she just like crazily consumes. And also I think she ends up like eating her husband or something. But anyway, so it's a very mouthy lady, I'll put it that way. It says attached to its head is a huge set of jaws formed by horns. It can chew through iron beams. So I think that someone is cutting an X off, or maybe you have cut an X off, or they have, and it was a very strongly worded energy. And trainer, again, this is another person, Ultra Ball in reverse. I feel like they aren't putting as much effort into trying to catch this. You know, an Ultra Ball is a tier 3 ball. It really doesn't get better than an Ultra Ball, other than if you have one specifically for a certain type of Pokemon. So just like their general energy is kind of like not investing in something. Either that, or you're not investing in an X like that. Let's see what's going on with this innocence. This childhood innocence. So interesting, Gemini. This is beautiful. What is this? the King of Chalices, the Eight of Wands, and the Tower in reverse. Beautiful. I think that there is a complete return to innocence, possibly a manifestation that has occurred where a Tower moment is able to be let go of. Or like this is a very positive outcome. The King of Chalices is the highest form of divine masculine energy that is, you know, so emotionally astute and emotionally calm and knows how to emotionally regulate and stuff, where it's like this is a divine masculine that you would trust around children to teach them, you know, how to behave and things like that. So very positive. That's awesome. That's awesome. And with the Eight of Wands and the Tower in reverse, this feels like a positive manifestation where it's like, you know, something finally came full circle and the magic worked, and it you know, it doesn't have to be some crazy Tower moment. It doesn't have to be like, you know, not everything has to come crashing down. It's very much the emotional, mature regulation of something. And it's like, it's magic. It's magic. Beautiful. Either that or it's, you know, getting over a Tower moment that has occurred where maybe now you're finally able to emotionally regulate. And this might be doing inner child work, you know, maybe of how you talk to yourself, of, you know, your own divine masculine energy towards yourself, towards your inner child. Wow, Gemini, this is beautiful. What's the light energy? Yeah, soulmate twin flame energy in reverse. So I think that it has to do with the soulmate twin flame relationship that you have where, and usually I take this as soulmate more than twin flame. Twin flame is double dragon, but it can be both. For some of you, it will be one way or the other. But, you know, it is in relation to a soulmate twin flame relationship that maybe wasn't going so well. This feels very different than the partnership over here, by the way. This feels like someone else. With the psychic energy in reverse. So this could be someone maybe that you don't necessarily have a psychic connection with. Either that or like psychically your energies aren't really lining up, or somehow it's negatively affecting you. Can you explain? Okay. The trainer switch, unknown, hidden power. Okay. So yeah, this isn't a psychic connection because the hidden power that you have psychically is with this person. This person that you're switching power dynamics, which definitely feels like twin flame over here, I'll be honest. And it's unknown, hidden power. So that, like I said, definitely, like you might not even know the powers that you can harness through your twin flame relationship. So it says, shaped like ancient writing, it is a huge mystery whether language or unknown came first. Yeah, like you have, through your twin flame relationship, you know, you have the ability to tap into life's deepest hidden mysteries, you know, of that kind of like what came first, the unknown or language itself, you know, what came first, the chicken or the egg. You are able to comprehend, you know, reality in a completely different way if you keep working on your spiritual work with your twin flame. So that way, you know, each time you come together, your soul can expand. So, yeah, like, I don't know if you know that about twin flames, but it's not about, you know, romantic love. It's something deep as fuck. All right, so let's see. What does Gemini need to hear about love? Again, I'm going to go through some extended. I'm going to ask about, you know, some guidance on how to accept the blessings, what we can do to help maintain this power dynamic, and then look a little deeper into this childhood innocence energy. What does Gemini need to hear about love? Two souls, but with a single thought. Two hearts beat as one. Yeah, so definitely it seems like a twin flame energy here because, you know, two hearts that beat as one, you know, that's the thing. You know, the divine masculine, divine feminine parts of the soul, like they want to come together. The strongest emotion is often expressed in silence. Yeah, like I said, I'm really feeling that this was more of a psychic power shift rather than the physical, even though I did get an energy of like, all right, you go work on the physical, I'll work on the spiritual. But, you know, so whatever you are better at, you need to work on the opposite to make your twin work on the other stuff. You know what I mean? That's how it works. It says, I love you more today than yesterday, but less than tomorrow. Yeah, I feel like no matter what you do, you're just going to love this person more and more and more. And the way, you know, to balance that is by loving yourself, which forces them to love themselves so that you can come together. Love is like a rosebud. It may reach full blossom or it might die softly. So yeah, again, like, I mean, I definitely see some issues here with the twin flame and someone is definitely letting go. But, you know, it's like a rosebud, you know, like you can let it die softly if you don't want to go through that journey. But if you want to go through the journey, then, and have it reach full blossom, then you got some work to do. And it looks like, you know, the inner child work has already started, and that's a very good place to be. And keep it up, Gemini. All right, what should we focus on healing during June for Gemini? Emergence. Yeah, there is, you know, coming out of this. I feel like there very much is this transition. Yeah. The thing is I keep hearing that it needs to be in reverse of like, don't emerge from this just yet. Honestly, that's what I originally heard. I don't like to say that kind of stuff because I don't like telling people what to do in any way. But if you want to continue on the soul expansion journey, don't give up. Don't give up. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Gemini, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more I can send to you. I hope that you got the confirmations that you needed. You know, if you want to take a look deeper in the extended, the link is in the description box below, and I will also put the video at the end of this that is our root chakra needs during Gemini season. So I hope to see you again for your next reading. Bye-bye.